Good morning, and welcome to our community meditation. And good morning to all of you who are joining us online today from wherever you are on the planet. Thank you for being with us as we connect in consciousness. My name is Karen Dunphy. I'm a licensed spiritual practitioner with Centers for Spiritual Living, Greater Las Vegas, and I am your practitioner for the day. So please take a moment and silence your cell phones so that we may have an uninterrupted experience together. That would include me. The meditation is a blend of spoken word and silence, accompanied by some beautiful music, and it will last about 15 minutes. So, for those of you who feel comfortable, I invite you to let your eyes close and enjoy a couple of deep, cleansing breaths. Breathing in through your nose and breathing out through your mouth with a big sigh. And notice the presence of the power within you. Breathing in is the power that lives you. Breathing out is gratitude. Notice the space between the in and the out. Notice that there is but one power, one mind, one heart, one body of all there is, which I am, you are, we are all a part of that one power. That power I call God, the higher power, the universe, creator, all that is. And the power of the universe powers me. The love of the universe loves me. As your mind wanders, gently bring it back to this moment. Notice your in-breath and the space. Notice your consciousness and awareness. I am being breathed by the universe. I am the breath of the universe in me. The joy of the universe brings laughter to me in my heart. I am, and we are, in the sweet spot of the universe. Right here, right now, in this moment, the wholeness of the universe is all that I am, and you are. The allness, all that there is within the wholeness of God. There is no shadow behind God. There is no shadow behind all that there is. There's no shadow behind love. There is no shadow beyond the infinite. Breathing in, breathing out. The splendor of the universe thrills me. God is the love that I am. God is the love and power that you are. Breathing in, God, and breathing out, love. The creativity of the universe inspires me. I am creativity. You are creativity. The diversity of the universe includes all life, excludes none. The rhythm of the universe comforts me. In all phases, in all stages of life, there is a universal rhythm, a heartbeat, a heart rhythm of the universe. Which is the rhythm of the love of God in me, in you, in all that there is. The universe loves order, rhythm assures order. There is no chaos in the mind of God. The vastness of the universe humbles me. Power alone is not sexy. Power with loving kindness is sexy. Breathing in, breathing out. I invite you to bring your consciousness from wherever it is back into this room as we complete this meditation, and so it is. And so we'll have a 15-minute break, and the service will begin at 10 a.m. Thank you.
If thoughts have power, what could we do if everyone thought the same thing? If thoughts have power, what could we do if all of us share the same dream? Each of us believes in something. We all have a choice. If we choose to stand together, to sing out in one voice, then the sound will rumble, the walls will crumble, a brand new kind of dawn, an awakening. It's not a dream. We know we all are one. Let the world sing, joined in harmony. There's a part that is waiting here for you. Let the world sing the song we came to sing. Together, who knows what we can do? In our dream of one world, of one life, can come true. One dream. Each of us believes in something. We all have a choice. So if we choose to stand together, to sing out in one voice, it's becoming clear. Change is near. We have to take a stand. We can work as one. The time has come. The future's in our hands. Let the world sing, joined in harmony. There's a part that is waiting here for you. Let the world sing the song we came to sing. Together, who knows what we can do? Then our dream of one world, of one life, can come true. Let the world sing, join in harmony. There's a thought that is waiting here just for you. Join together now. Sing, sing your song we came to sing. Sing it now. Together, who knows what we can
me share the good that's overflowing.
Let me share the good that's overflowing.
And let me care for those around the world.
Let me care for those around the world.
Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
When darkness tries to roll over my bones, when sorrow comes to steal the joy I own, when brokenness and pain is all I know, I won't be shaken. No, I won't be shaken. 'Cause my fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. Shame no longer has a place to hide. was calling me.
It was like something was calling me and pulling me into a different direction. And then I found Center for Spiritual Living, Greater Las Vegas. My relationship with the center has shown me a deeper realization of God and how this indwelling presence guides, sustains, and directs me in every capacity and every experience in my life. As I continue to study the teachings of these great mystics and sages, I will find more love, peace, and a general sense of universal good and harmony in my life.
Something's calling me a little bit deeper than I've ever been before.
Is something calling you?
Keeping it real, keeping it real, keeping it real, keeping it real, keeping it real with Reverend Laura. Keeping it real, keeping it real, keeping it real, keeping it real, keeping it real with Reverend Laura.
Well, we can be sure that the history of the labyrinth goes back some 4,000 years or more. The earliest examples we have at the moment are prehistoric rock carvings, both in Europe and also in India. There, labyrinths found their way into the world of the Greeks and into the Romans. You find them as mosaics, particularly in Roman villas and public buildings. They found their way then into the early Christian church through manuscripts, into the floors of churches and cathedrals, and certainly by the medieval period they'd spread as far as Arctic Europe, down into North Africa, as far away as places like Java and Sumatra, and also here in America amongst the Native American people, particularly down in the southwest.
This is Center for Spiritual Living, Greater Las Vegas. At CSL Greater Las Vegas, it is our mission to inspire spiritual discovery through community connection, exploration, and celebration. This mission supports the all-inclusive vision of Centers for Spiritual Living worldwide, in which we envision a world that works for everyone and all of creation.
Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to Center for Spiritual Living. I'm Reverend Laura Hallett, and it is my pleasure to be here with you. It is wonderful to see so many returning faces and so many brand new faces, and I want to welcome those that we can't see in person. So those are the people that are online joining us today. If you would, turn around and wave at the camera back there. Let them know that you appreciate them being here, too, with us. We have a very robust online audience, and we're thrilled to have people connect with us in any way possible. We feel that consciousness all around us. And so it's a glorious day to be here. The valley has been totally cleaned of all of the stuff and muck that was in there. It has been blown away. Things that we didn't want blown away have been blown away. But we are fresh and clean here this morning. And so we're going to open it up with We Come Together. So if you would, stand on up and follow along with Justin here.
Take a look
look at the person next to you. Say, I recognize the God in you. Now feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together, we come together, we come together. In the name of love, we come together, we come together, we come together. In the name of love. Take a look at the person next to you. Say, God loves you and I love you too. Now feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together, we come together, we come together. In the name of love, we come together, we come together, we come together. In the name of love. Take a look at the person next to you. Say namaste, I bow to you. Now feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. Yeah, yeah. We come together, we come together, we come together. In the name of love, we come together, we come together, we come together. In the name of love, we come together, we come together, we come together. In the name of love, we come together, we come together, we come together. In the name of love.
All right, if you're comfortable, greet your neighbor at this time.
That was fun. I had this vision last night of bringing in one of my singing bowls and using that as a chime, but I thought that's really good, Justin. I like that. So one of the things that our center, our movement is known for is our spiritual practices. We like to take our principles and put them into action through practices. So right now we're going to do 3 of our most powerful practices. I'm going to invite up one of our licensed spiritual practitioners, Karen Dunphy, who's our practitioner for the day, who's going to give us an affirmation, that's one practice, a moment of contemplation, which is another practice, and then a little bit of prayer. So Karen, turn it over to you.
Thanks, Reverend Laura. So I'll read the affirmation once, then I'll read it and you can read it with me or speak it with me. I affirm the incredible power I possess within me to achieve anything I desire. Together, I affirm the incredible power I possess within me to achieve anything I desire.
Fill me, God, be thou my grace. Fill me, God, be thou my grace. Fill me, God, be thou my grace. I know God's light shines within me. I know God's light shines within me.
Keeping our consciousness turned inward to the innermost place, where all is calm, all is well, and always will be well. I know that the presence of Spirit in me, as me, and through me is in and as and through everyone here today, and that we are in for a treat. So I bring forward the consciousness of the oneness of the power within as we commune with Spirit, knowing that each and every one of us is just a part of the whole, of all there is. I am, you are, we are all that there is. And I know that everything we need to hear, feel, and know is assured. It's already done in the mind of God. And for that, I am really grateful. I'm grateful for what's going on here. I'm grateful for Centers for Spiritual Living, Greater Las Vegas. I'm grateful for the community that's growing beautifully as we move on with excitement and vigor and lust for life. And so it is, I bring this invocation to a close and simply say together, and so it is.
Fill me, God, be thou my grace. Fill me, God, be thou my grace. Fill me, God, be thou my grace. I know God's light shines within me. I know God's light shines within me. I know God
Thank you, Karen, and thank you, Justin. A beautiful way to start. So today we are starting a new month and a new theme. Our theme for March is being powerful, being power, not being powerful, but being power, actually being that power itself. So when we think about power, we often think about power as it relates to our lives. For instance, we felt the power of the wind this week. The West Coast felt the power of nature and that massive storm that it hit. As that wind was blowing through my backyard, I was visibly reminded of the power of nature as it moves through, and how it has the ability to do all kinds of interesting things in our world, including keeping my puppies in the house. They wouldn't go out. Quite a power that wind had. I had several demonstrations of power this week, most of which I did not appreciate. I had the power of momentum as I was moving boxes out of our storage shed. I felt the power of the ground as I hit it. Now, there's a lot of power in that momentum that was going through there. And then the next day, I felt the power of a tiny, tiny, tiny kernel of popcorn as I bit down on it and broke a tooth. So it's been quite a demonstration of power. I had to laugh as I was preparing this talk because I'm thinking, well, look at that. I got something I can actually talk about really well today because I've been experiencing it. But we think of power as a way it affects our lives. But our topic this month is about that universal power, about that divine power. Power is actually a synonym for a spirit, for God, for that universal intelligence that created everything. It is a quality that cannot be diminished in any way. There is a power out there. Our founder, Ernest Holmes, says there is a power for good in the universe, and you can use it. And then later on he said there's a power for good in the universe, and it uses you. And when he's talking about that, he is talking about this one amazing creative intelligence that has brought everything forth through its own essence. It had nothing else to create from except its own power. And so the power was generated from within itself, and that's what created. He defines power, spiritual power, this way in his book, Think Your Troubles Away. It says, let us define spiritual power as a dynamic quality of that invisible essence of life, intelligence, and law, which we call God or first cause. We call it lots of things. Ernest liked first cause. He liked God. I like all kinds of different names for it. As a matter of fact, Ernest had 88 names, if you remember back to the beginning of the year when I showed you that slide, with all of the 88 names for God. It doesn't matter what we call it. In fact, when we try to name it, we diminish it in some way because it puts a limitation on our idea of it as we try to name this amazing power and presence that's out there. This is one of those things that sometimes can be a hard concept to understand, that there is this universal power that does not judge at all. Oftentimes we get that idea of the power of spirit as being a force to keep us in control, to keep us in line, to make us do what it wants us to do. And if we don't do it, then we feel the effects of its power in a negative way. We don't believe in a power like that. We believe in the power, as Ernest says here, law or first cause. Those are ideas about that impartial nature of spirit, that immutable part that he talks about, where it doesn't change, it gives the same results to each person based on the belief of the person. So there's nothing about judging or condemning or any of that spirit sitting on the throne up in heaven looking down and saying, you didn't do right. We don't have that kind of a God in our belief system. We believe that this spirit is totally immune to those kinds of ideas. So we are able to use this power to create in our lives. Just like spirit uses the power to create everything that's in existence, we can actually use this power ourselves. And so this conscious use of this power that we have actually comes to us when we recognize that it exists, when we actually build that faith and that belief system that there is this power for good out there and that it can be used for our benefit, then it actually begins to respond to us. It responds to us in a way that we generally are looking for based on our belief system. Again, remember, as we talked about earlier in the year, it's done unto us as we believe. And so if we believe that there is this power for good and it's going to manifest good in our lives, that's what's going to happen. If we believe that there is a power for good in the universe and it's going to judge us, then we're going to feel as though we've been judged. We're not really being judged, but we're going to feel that. We're going to internalize those ideas that there's something out there that's holding me back for some reason, for something I did, some sin or something I've done wrong in my life, that's going to hold me back because of that. If we have a belief in that, then that's going to be our experience. But if we can actually begin to eliminate those beliefs, clear away those old ideas of that judgmental deity sitting there watching us and checking its list, making a list and checking it twice, like Santa Claus. So this is another one of Ernest's books, Think Your Troubles Away. The conscious use of this power comes from the recognition that it actually exists. It responds to us, and we can directly contact it and definitely use it. It responds to the impress of our thoughts. That's why affirmations are so powerful. If we can get clear with our affirmations, and we can state those in a way that have meaning in us, where we feel that affirmation as the truth, then there's a power in that. And it's a power that we can use. So this power is part of our spiritual life. It is there for us to bring about the conditions that we want to experience in our lives. And so here in this quote from 365 Science of Mind, Ernest says that you're able to bring permanent peace, increasing happiness and joy, and greater material abundance. Who doesn't want that? Who does not want permanent peace, greater happiness and joy, and more abundance in their lives? That is what we strive for, those ideas, plus some other things like love and joy and things like that. These things that have made us miserable can be eliminated through the conscious use of this power. Through the conscious use of this power. That means we are not sitting back saying, oh, boy, I hope this happens, I hope this happens. We're not doing that. We're like affirming that this is the reality, that I live a life of peace and joy and happiness. The material abundance is my birthright. If I begin to really believe that and embody that, that becomes my experience. This energy is a life force. It is a power for good in the universe. We can use it to bring about changing the conditions in our lives. Ernest goes on to say here, it is a life force, a power, an energy, an intelligence, seeking an outlet through everything. It is just waiting for the place in the world to show up. And as we align our consciousness with it, we become that place, that avenue through which spirit shows up in our affairs. Life is always an active state. It is always doing something. Life is another one of those names for spirit. The invisible seems to be teeming with a powerful energy backed by an intense desire to create. And I know I've talked about this a lot when I was speaking about love, about this creative deity that is just absolutely delighted by everything that it creates. My idea is this happy fat Buddha that's sitting there giggling as it creates each one of us individually, perfectly. Look at what I've done here. Look at this one. Look at that one. It is an absolute joy that is teeming within that creative energy. That's power. That is power, that life force that creates from within itself all the time. We have to believe in this power, though. We have to actually act as if it is and have some belief about that within ourselves. We must believe that it's right where we are at all times, that this power and this presence is there and it is active and it is looking for a place an outlet for it to show up. we also have to understand that this is only ever a power for good. So that when we are experiencing things that are not so good, like what I experienced earlier on this week, I realize that this is not something that's being done to me because of something I've done wrong. Just happens to be part of the circumstances where I didn't give enough attention to some of the things that I needed to be doing in life, like watching what I was putting in my mouth and where I was stepping and so forth. I am as much of a co-creator of my experience as Spirit is. And so I have the responsibility at every moment to use the power wisely, to use it for my greatest good. And so as I begin to experience things that I don't want to, I can look at how I use the power in a way that was not for my highest and greatest. And so that allows me to have a place of understanding my relationship with Spirit and how I co-create my experiences. We have to begin to realize that there is this power that is flowing through us all of the time. It is a constantly movement of it through us. And then we have to understand that our instrument for this power is our own minds, our own belief system, our own way of thinking. So do I believe things are going to happen to me and then I watch it happen? Oftentimes. I know that few moments before I fell, I thought to myself, better be careful, Laura, you might fall. I did. And, self-fulfilling prophecy, I was speaking with some other people earlier today, and we were talking about how we manifest conditions in our bodies by the thoughts that we have about them. Sometimes those thoughts were years and years and years ago, but they still linger. And then we wind up having a condition in our body that demonstrates the outcome of that thought. We can think about our finances the same way. We can be worried about our financial good and constantly dwelling on the lack that we are experiencing. And what are we getting more of? Lack. But if we start to open up to the idea that there is this ever flow, this circulation of good, as we call it, that is constantly moving through us, we can begin to have a different experience. The more we clamp down on our financial good, the tighter it becomes. We demonstrate the lack by thinking we have lack. And so obviously it goes into being that if we change that thought, if we turn it around, then we can have a different experience. Sometimes it takes longer than other times because it's all based on our belief system. I think if we could get totally clear about the truth and absolutely begin to embody it, we wouldn't have to go through all those stages of trying to figure it out and work towards it. But unfortunately, we learn by our experiences. And so as we experience more good, little steps of good, then those steps come more frequently and a greater experience happens in our lives. I know that's been my experience with finances. I had to start really small and get to something that I could believe in and then increase that and as I increased it, I began to experience it, and then it opened up. It opened up a way. So, as it is that right now, things are flowing beautifully through my life because I am so immersed in this belief system. I have the greatest job in the world because I get to spend an entire week studying these principles so that I can actually stand up here and talk a little bit about them. So it's like I can't talk about something that I can't embody. I can't talk about something that I don't believe, that I haven't demonstrated in my life myself. And so I find this to be an incredible job. I'm lucky. Anyway. So this power that is within us, it's in us now. It is constantly operating in us now. We don't have to wait for it to come in. We might have to wait to build our recognition of it, but it is there and it is available. We need to recognize it as it is, that there is this power that is constantly looking for a creative outlet. I love this line. We need to recognize it because we are a seed of the divine life deposited on the earth so that we will live and love and create and be happy. Just imagine yourself, a seed planted in this particular spot at this particular time, and you are blossoming as love and life and happiness and joy and prosperity. That's the very nature of who we are. Spirit doesn't care what kind of seeds it plants, and it does the same thing with every seed as it plants it. We are blossoming as the presence of the divine right here and right now. Mahatma Gandhi is one of the people I love to read about him and works that he did. He said that there's a soul force in the universe, a power which, if we permit it, will flow through us and produce miraculous results. All of his critics, all of the people that didn't think Mahatma Gandhi was that special, used to call him a dreamer or an impossible idealist. I happen to think that he was one of the people who, maybe second only to Jesus, that understood this power, understood his relationship with Spirit, and understood how it is manifesting itself as these seeds of life deposited on the earth. As we align ourselves with these ideas, there begins to be an opening within us for more and more good to show up in our lives. How do we do this? How do we begin to bring this in? Well, again, we have to build the faith. And for me, building faith is most easily done in meditation and contemplation, in sitting quietly and communing with Spirit. Ernest puts it this way: the originating power descends into consciousness, which meditates upon it and receives it. The intellect abandons itself to the divine idea. It is a feeling, a sense, an atmosphere. We do not have to energize this power, for it is the very essence of all energy. As we meditate on Spirit, as we contemplate on Spirit, as we sit in communion with the divine through our acts of service, through our mindful activities that we do throughout the day, through any of the spiritual study that we do, as we sit with these ideas of Spirit and these ideas of this power and this presence working in our lives, then we begin to become more conscious of it. And as we begin to get more conscious of it, that faith is amplified within us. And then we begin to see experiences of it in our lives. We begin to see its results showing up in different areas of our lives. And that solidifies the faith. Because look, I'm like, okay, this is what I thought. Look at there it is. That's what's showing up in my life. I believe. And so as we begin to build that and experience it, then this power becomes more tangible for us. It becomes more real in our lives. And the more real it becomes, the more easily we can access it and use it for manifesting the things that we are wanting to bring into our lives. Whether that is health, relationships, prosperity, whatever that is, creativity, whatever it is that we are wanting to experience more of in our lives, we can actually begin to do that as we build the faith and as we recognize that that one power and presence is what is actually doing the work. It is moving through us into expression in whatever avenue it is that we're looking to do that in. We don't have to wonder about whether it's going to work or not. It is always working. It has to work. It has an impulse within it to create. We wouldn't have evidence of all of the amazing creations of Spirit if it wasn't constantly working. Imagine just going outside and looking at all of the vast things that we see that Spirit has created. Just through that little gap in the back of the door there, I see plants and buildings and cars and people moving right through there. Right now, just in that little moment. Imagine if we spent our day looking around and seeing evidence of Spirit in action. It is a creative force. It is powerful. It is palpable. And it is always working itself through us right now into our experience. It's the very nature of it to do this. This powerful, infinite creative intelligence is always at our disposal. Now, some people might think that that's a little arrogant, to think that I have God at my disposal. But the truth is, Spirit is looking for a place to manifest itself. It can only experience the world as it experiences it through each one of us. That's what Spirit's looking for. It's looking to create more and more places for it to experience the world. And because of this, the limitless resources of Spirit are at our disposal. We can use them. There is nothing in us that is ever lacking. We just feel like it is. We just have become accustomed to experiencing it, and that has solidified our belief more than the power of Spirit to manifest itself through us all the time. We have as much of it to use as we are able to take. And so if we want to have more in our lives, we need to open up the way that we are willing to receive it. We've been talking about receiving lately in one of the classes that I'm teaching, and how many of us are hesitant to receive for so many different things. A lot of it has to do with old messages we've received as a child. Oh, don't ask for too much. You shouldn't. That's an imposition if you ask for that. All of those old belief systems that are out there. We were at a women's retreat once, and we draw cards with different sayings on them. And one of the sayings was, "Receiving is an act of generosity." It changed the entire experience for the women in that retreat, because so many of us have been hesitant to receive. I don't need that. For whatever reason, all kinds of reasons that we are hesitant to receive things. But when we do that, we cut ourselves off from the flow, and we stop the possibility of the other person receiving some kind of good feelings because they were able to give. We cut ourselves out of that circulation, as we talk about that law of circulation, where we have to constantly be giving and receiving to keep that flow going. And so when we learn to receive all that Spirit has available to us, then we actually have that in our experience. We have as much to use as we know how to take. And so begin to look at our thoughts about taking, our thoughts about receiving. Is there something holding you back because of old belief system that you had about that? The taking is a thing of thought, the will, the imagination. It is a thing of inward feeling or interior awareness in a place where the mind has unified itself with the living Spirit. If we get ourselves aligned with Spirit and know that Spirit is constantly flowing into expression in whatever way it is we need, then that makes our taking and receiving a little easier for us to do. That thing that is constantly looking for a place to express actually now has a place to demonstrate itself in our lives. The thing that keeps us from our greater good is built of mental blocks. And again, these mental blocks come from our accumulated experiences. Some of those experiences we're not even aware of. They are old messages that may be passed down through generations in our families. Ernest Holmes calls them our race consciousness thoughts, these ideas that permeate under the surface, and we're not really even aware of them until we begin to examine them. But they're cemented together by fear, by disbelief, by negative experiences that we might have had. We do not have to experience anything negative in our lives. There's nothing written that says life has to be hard. There's nothing written that says that we need to suffer in any way in the world. We have an opportunity all the time to change our belief system. And we change it through one of our practices, our practice of meditation. Meditation is one of those things that will actually begin to bring about, usually in a subtle way, a change in our belief system. Because we sit and we contemplate on some idea, and then it becomes alive inside of us. And then when it becomes alive inside of us, we often have the impulse to experiment with it and see if that really is true in our lives. And so if you would, with me, let's just do a brief meditation here about eliminating some of those blocks and experiencing a greater degree of that power. So meditation can be passive or it can be active. When it's passive, it helps us to recognize spirit, and it helps us to feel that connection with spirit. But when it's active, it's where we begin to see the power of spirit working in our lives, where we begin to understand that we are surrounded by that creative mind that responds to our belief in it and that is always looking for an outlet. So we're going to start with a little bit of a passive meditation just to get ourselves connected with spirit, and then move into an active meditation. So if you would, just take a deep breath in. And I like to close my eyes when I meditate, so that's what I'm going to do. So I just invite you to relax into your seat, to feel that chair beneath you, supporting you, to feel maybe the movement of the air around you, to be aware that there are other people in the room with you. And if you find your mind wandering, which it will do, just bring your attention back to my voice as we move through this meditation together. So now let's just take in a deep breath and fill our lungs. Let them expand and then release it fully. And know that as you are breathing in and breathing out, you are connecting with that creative love intelligence. It is the very breath you breathe. It fills every cell of your body, traveling through every vessel, moving in and out of your body easily. And as it moves out of your body, recognize that it is surrounding you, that it is expanding outward from you, connecting with everyone else in the room. Spirit is breath. Spirit is life. It is pulsing through our bodies right now. It is what created our heart. It's what makes it beat. It is the blood that flows through us. It is every vessel within our body. We are the living embodiment of spirit. It is who and whose we are. Each one of us is filled with that creative love intelligence. Each one of us is held in its loving arms. Each one of us is supported by its action and activity. Each one of us is a tangible demonstration of the power of creation. What is it you are wanting to create in your life right now? What are you wanting to experience more of? What is tapping at the door of your consciousness, waiting to be let out and let loose into the world? Begin to get clear about what it is you want. And now ask yourself, what is holding me back? What thoughts or beliefs or doubts or fears are manifesting themselves right now, inhibiting me from experiencing all the good that is available to me? Now ask yourself, is that true? Is this fear something that is real? Is this old belief something I want to hold on to? Am I ready to release the doubt and the insecurities I have around this idea? Now tap back into that feeling of the power of Spirit moving through you. And just watch as it eliminates each one of those doubts and fears. They don't have a place to operate in the presence of this power. And so they drift back into the nothingness from which they came. And now consciously claim for yourself the good that you are seeking. Put this into an affirmation that you can use to activate a remembrance of this experience. I am the power of Spirit manifesting here on earth. I am grace in action. I live abundantly and prosperly. All of my affairs are in right order. I have loving relationships. My health and my body are vital and alive and support me as I move through my life. Claim this for yourself. Claim it right here and right now. And so just take in another deep breath. Let it out. Bring your awareness to the chair that you're sitting upon, into the presence of others around you. And go ahead and begin to open your eyes. One of the best ways that we can take these ideas and anchor them in our experience is through our other spiritual practice, affirmative prayer. And so right now I'd like the licensed practitioners to stand and surround the sanctuary, holding us in consciousness as we pray together. These beloveds spend 4+ years studying these spiritual principles and practices, learning to know truth with a capital T, learning to experience that power in their lives. And so right here and right now, I know that there is only this one power, one presence, one divine creative source of all. It goes by many names and shows up in a multitude of incarnations. But it is personal to each one of us. I know this one as that creative, loving intelligence that has brought forth everything into existence. That each form of creation is filled with that power and that presence. That one life is living itself in a multitude of ways, having the experience of life as only it can. And because I know that there is only one, I know that I am one with it. That the power and the presence of that Creator is inside of me. It is living through me right here and right now. And as I know this is true for me, I know this is true for everyone. For each of us is that seed of divine love planted on the earth and exhibiting itself as perfection and wholeness and love and prosperity and joy and happiness. It is the very nature of the divine to be all of this. And so knowing this, I speak my word of truth. I know that right here and right now, this power is moving through each one of us. It is dynamic. It is creative. It is making itself known in our lives right now. I feel it in this building. I feel it happening in the community that we are supporting here. I know that it is expanding itself out into the greater community around us. That this power and this perfection is uncontainable. And that it is a force for amazing good in our world. I know that there is no judgment about what is created. Only the experience of creation happening right here and right now. And I just delight in all the wonderful ways that it is showing up. And so I just simply give thanks for this knowing, thanks for this feeling, thanks for the evidence that is showing itself up right now in our experience. And so I release this word into the law to that creative intelligence that always says yes, that it's always looking for an outlet and is always available for us. I let it go and I let it be. And together we say, and so it is.
I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Yes, I'm only here for God. Yes, I'm only here for God.
Thank you, practitioners. Thank you, Justin. I got dizzy during that prayer. I don't know. All right, so now is that time that we go into sharing a donation for our center. We are a 501c3, and we receive the majority of our funding through your donations, the generous offerings that we are so blessed to receive. So We have lots of different ways you can give. You can give online through our website. We have Zelle, if you do the Zelle stuff. And we have text to give. Plus, we also gratefully receive your cash and check donations here today. If you have trouble with any of those electronic ways of donating, Kaylee Marshall is in the back there. She's willing to help you. We love to bring our young people in because they know how to use the computers. So we're really grateful to have that support here. So would you hold your offering next to your heart? If you've already given or you're giving electronically, just put your hands over there and just know that that is there in consciousness. Just repeat after me. I am a power of the divine.
I am a power of the divine.
It is manifesting itself abundantly in my life.
It is manifesting itself abundantly in my life.
And because of this, I share generously.
And because of this, I share generously.
Because I believe in circulation.
Because I believe in circulation.
And so it is.
So it is.
But we don't have circulation
No,
today.
that's
We
it.
have
Yeah, money's
money's coming to me. All right, join Justin if you'd like to
Here we go.
stand and dance. It's always great. This has got a really good funky rhythm.
Money is a coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is a coming to me. Money is a coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is a coming to me. Money is a coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is a coming to me. Money is a coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is a coming to me. Every time I open my heart to me, I receive all that I need. Knowing that God heals my soul. To me, I release and let it flow. Money is a coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is a coming to me. Money is a coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is a coming to me. Money is a coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is a coming to me. Money is a coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is a coming to me. And I have all I need. To me. And it's all inside of me. I just ask and let it go to me. And let spirit rain the flow. Money is a coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is a coming to me. Come on, sing it up now. Money is a coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is a coming to me. Money is a coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is a coming to me. Money is a coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is a coming to me.
Now affirm this with me now.
Money is a coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is a coming to me. Money is a coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is a coming to me.
Two more times.
Money is a coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is a coming to me.
Here we go.
Money is a coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is a coming to me.
And so easily and effortlessly we receive all your generous donations, and we are so, so grateful for this. For I know that our center is completely blessed by the consciousness that is demonstrated here in the form of abundance. We are so grateful, and so it is. Thank you. Okay, so we have a couple of announcements before I invite Kelly up, because I didn't tell her all the announcements we had to have. So first off, I'd like to announce our Leadership Council officers and members here. So our Leadership Council met on Thursday night, the brand new Leadership Council. So Clay T. White is our president, Charlotte Parker is our vice president, Merlon Hart is our secretary-treasurer, Frazine Jasper and Scott Edwards are members. And so we're so grateful for the consciousness and the leadership of these beloveds. Let's give them a hand, everybody. Thank you. So we had our annual membership meeting last Sunday, and a lot of questions came up during the annual membership meeting that we want to address in an effort to be totally transparent. So we're going to hold a town hall meeting on April 14th, right after service here on a Sunday. To answer any of your questions, we will present our entire budget, all of our financial statements and everything at that time. And so you're welcome to come, and if you have any questions about what we're doing, what we're moving through, what we're becoming, what you'd like to see happen in here, we'd love to spend some time here in conversation with you. So please, it's open to everyone, not just members. So anyone that would like to find out what's happening here at our center, please come and join us. This is backed by popular demands. Gourmets for God. Remember Gourmets for God, everybody? Yes. So it is one of our great fundraisers. So we're just at the very beginning stages right now. Our Leadership Council member, Scott Edwards, is going to spearhead this. That means he doesn't want to do all the work, but he wants to bring a committee of people together to help in this. And so a team is forming. So Scott Edwards was the one who was just up here getting the blessing. So if you have any desire to be in our Gourmets for God, if you've never experienced it before, these are a series of events that are created by the congregation, and other members in the congregation bid on the possibility of attending these Gourmets for God. So for instance, let me give you an example for what I'm going to do, because I love charcuterie boards. So I am going to make the world's biggest charcuterie board. Well, it might not fit the Guinness Book of World Records, but it's going to be a massive charcuterie board. And then we're going to play games here as we eat all of the delicious things that are on the charcuterie board. You know, that's the fruit and cheese and meat and everything, if you're not familiar with those. So anyway, people will bid on that, on the ability to come to that. And so it's a total fundraiser for our center. It's been one of our most successful fundraisers in the past, and it's probably the most fun we ever had. So look for that information coming up in the future here. But if you're interested in helping with the team, please see Scott Edwards after that. Last December, just before Christmas time, we lost one of our most beloved practitioners. Elmarie Farr Walters made her transition just before Christmas. Her family has now had the time and the wherewithal to create a celebration of life service for her. So it's a little early. It's not for 2 months here, but we wanted to begin to get you to put this on your calendars. So on Saturday, April 27th at noon, there will be a celebration of life for Elmarie. We'll be putting this information out in our e-blast and announcing it later on too. But we wanted to go ahead and put that out for you right now. So Elmarie was a 50-year plus practitioner. It says in there she's practitioner emeritus. You get your emeritus status at 20 years. Elmarie served over 50. And so she's been a powerhouse in the religious science movement for the last 50 years. And so her celebration of life is surely to be a momentous occasion in itself. Okay, we have some things that we are wanting to put into circulation. So we have some things that we have not been able to use here at our center. So in the front corner over here, there are 5 bar stools. We used to use them for Tizé, but they make us too high on this stage. They were great in the old building, but they don't work here in this building. So we are releasing 5 bar stools. There are 2 armchairs that are beautiful. They were donated to us from the Interfaith Council, but we don't have a place for them in our building either. And then back here in this corner, there are 3 really large folding tables that are just too big for our space. If you want any of these things, you are welcome to have them, but they need to be gone this week. So if you can't get them today, just give me a call or an email and let me know, and we will, I'm here during the week, Kaylee's here during the week, and we'll be able to let you in. I'll be here tomorrow with the roofers, so you're welcome to come and pick it up then. You need to have something that you can remove them, but we are very happy to release them because we're all about the flow. And as long as we're holding on to old stuff, we can't bring new things into our experience. So if anybody would like to receive any of these things, you're welcome to it. They are free. Of course, we would gladly accept a donation if you wanted to do that, but they're free for the offering. Big folding tables, 2 armchairs, 5 bar stools. All right, Kelly, it's your turn now.
Glasses on today. Good morning. We have some fun and exciting things coming up around here, starting with the Mind Body Workshop with Reverend Carol Lotz next Sunday. She'll be speaking for us or with us in the morning, and then her workshop will begin at 1 o'clock. She invites you to come to a beautiful time together where she will share her most effective tools, tips, and tricks, including a 6-step healing method she uses to help patients recover from illness and trauma. Learn spiritual methods for healing yourself and others, and your time spent with Reverend Carol will fill your toolbox with a variety of ways to handle any challenge or difficulty. Don't miss this wonderful opportunity. Registration is open. Kaylee can help you with that in the back, or you can visit our website. This Wednesday evening at 7 o'clock, please join us for our monthly Labyrinth Walk. Words cannot describe what it's like when a group of people come together to share in the spiritual practice of the labyrinth, beautifully led by Reverend Laura. And all I can say is that these experiences here with the labyrinth have been amazing. Coming up this week, the Tuesday Supper Club is at 6 o'clock at Big B's Texas Barbecue on St. Rose Parkway. You can RSVP online on the website. We look forward to seeing you there. It was a fun spot last year when we visited, so we hope that you'll join us this week. And finally, a new class, Answering the Call, with Reverend Laura on Tuesdays beginning March 19th. Ernest Holmes taught that anyone who practices the science of mind is a practitioner, and anyone can practice. This is your opportunity to find out what it means to be a licensed professional practitioner, and I'm going to turn it over to Reverend Laura so she can tell you a little bit more about it.
Great. Thank you, Kelly. So this is a brand new class that's been created. It's 3 weeks. It is about what it means to be a practitioner. If you've ever had the thought of being a practitioner, or would you like to see how we integrate the principles and the practices together? This is not about specifically how to do any of the practices, but it's about how it all comes together. And so if you're at all interested in that, it's $75 for the registration, 3 weeks, 2.5 hours each night. It'll be a great time. I'm encouraging many of our practitioners to take it as a way to revitalize themselves and remember why they answered the call in the first place. If any of you are at all interested in becoming a practitioner, this is a great class to give you an idea of what it means to be a practitioner. So we're opening up the registration. We already have about 6 people signed up for it. I have just now decided that it could also be something that we do a blended session of online participants and in-person participants. So if you wanted to take it but you don't want to drive it in the dark, then you would be able to do this online. If you wanted to take it and you had to miss one night, you could take that one night online and so forth. So it's just a great opportunity for us to come together and really get into the nitty-gritty of what it means to actually practice the science of mind here in our lives. So I'm looking forward to it. I love new classes anyway. So, all right. Joe, would you give us some lights in the house? All right. Would you stand, please? If you're comfortable, join hands. If you're not, that's okay. You don't have to touch anybody. I was just thinking of my brothers and I at about 6 years old saying, I don't want to hold their hand. Okay. We used to have to sit on the piano bench when we were naughty and hold hands. All right, would you repeat after me? There is a presence. That's not right. There is a presence and power greater than I am. There is a presence and power greater than I am. This power is operating in all of my affairs. This power is operating in all of my affairs. This power goes before me and prepares the way. This power uses me to experience life. This power uses me to experience life. This power is love and peace. This power is love and peace. This power is joy and happiness. This power is joy and happiness. And this power is mine to use right now. And this power is mine to use right now. And so it is. How about a little use me? Oh, we need to have the chairs pushed back. So if you can do that after we're done singing.
God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. Use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do.
All right, last time. Here we go.
Use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. Show me all that I must do. Show me all that I must do. Show me all that I must do.
Have a lovely week, everybody.